Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here with an introduction to the readings for the month of April. Now, just to let you know what type of work I'm doing here, I'm going to start with a tarot spread with a deck called Lady Lescott Tarot. Quirky, very quirky deck. Then I'll be using to highlight that two things, depending on how I feel at the moment. The VERA SIBILLA cards that you know, and then this lovely Lenormand deck that my friend Shivani, hi Shivani, had made for me. And I'll be using that as well. And of course the runes. I'm reading for you on the 17th, which would be the new moon. So there is an added energy to these readings and really stepped up insight. Let's get on to the readings, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Sagittarius. This is a reading for you for the month of April. Let's see what's in store for you, excuse me, for the month of April. See what's in store for Sagittarius for the month of April. Sagittarius for the month of April. One more. Let me show you the cards. This is the, this is the card of Temperance. This is the Emperor. Six of Swords. Ace of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. Now you come into the month with a sweeping high. This is Temperance. This is your card, Sagittarius, November 21st, December 20th. You are on a roll, and you're asking yourself, excuse me, you're asking yourself, what is it about the work that I do that will bring me the fire of passion? What is the most important and incisive element of my job, of the work that I do, the activity that I do, that brings me the greatest feeling of passion? And you take action on that. And what's interesting for me to see is this card of the Emperor, which is an Aries card. The Aries card is the month of April, starting with the month of March 21st till April 20th. And this is the period when you are going to take action. You're going to shine in April. In the month of April, during that period, give or take a few days around this Aries period, is when you're going to be on stage. You will be called to give papers. You'll be called to give a presentation to the world manager of, they're going to, your company, where you work, your group, the group that you work with is going to bring you up and show you as being the group leader. And this will come not as a surprise, but the speed with which it happens will be a surprise, because the environment is the Six of Swords. You're going to be traveling then around the Aries period. And of course, this is a general reading, and ladies and gentlemen, and like I say, for those of you who think I can give you some form of guidance, order a private reading. But generally, I'm seeing here you're traveling, and it's going to be travel over water. And this is the place where you're going to be shining. This is the place where you're going to be in the limelight, responding to questions. The press may be there. Other colleagues of this or co-workers will be with you, You'll be a person who is, I don't want to say important, but who is knowledgeable. You are in the know. Okay, you're in the know. Now, emotionally, how are you going to respond to all of this during that month of April? And what I'm seeing is you're standing to the challenge like no other, because this is a fire. You're fire. You are on fire. And you're the person who is in the know, and there's nothing that can stop you. And it's not a bad energy. It is such a forceful, creative energy, Sagittarius, that moves you. Your emotions are in it. Your heart is in it. Every word that comes out of your mouth is born of the passion that characterizes you. So, so, so wonderful to see. And the change, needless to say, the change will be sweeping. It's going to be so, so fast. I'm going to take a card for each of these cards to as clarifiers. One from the bottom, one from the top, one from the bottom, one from the top, one from the bottom. Coming in, the Temperance card. The Temperance card, which is the Sagittarius period. There is the bird. It is a matter of you. Usually when people see the birds, they say it's anxiety and chatter and things like this. I see you as being the vocal element. You are being the translator. You're being the mouthpiece. You are going to be the spokesperson for a group. And Scythe, for the Emperor, the Aries period, happening very, very sudden, probably right before you take the trip, you're going to be told that you have the job of standing to the challenge, getting to the podium, taking the floor. The mountain. And the issue with the mountain is that it is cumbersome in the sense that moving and having to go there means probably there's something linked to that trip, that shift, that movement that goes against the grain. For example, you thought that you would make it with only 3 days, 5-day trip, but it's extended to a 10-day trip. That's something that you didn't want to last. But it's something that is cumbersome in the sense of the timing, the length, something that doesn't go your way unexpectedly. Also, the emotional side, it will give you, this is the, what do you call this? I can't even remember. Well, whatever this is, you know what that is. It's an anchor. It talks about work, and it also talks about stability. Here, this is the emotional energy that's coming your way, that's characterizing you with this entire situation, and it will bring you stability in the future, because we see the change here. This is the book, and something that you're not able to see now, but it happens so, so quickly. My call here, Sagittarius, now I'm giving this message to a select few, obviously, because this is such a general reading, but what my call is that further down the line, they're going to be appointing you to head something new, to make better use of your qualities. It's very interesting that. And let me take the Sibilla here on these nuisances that have to do with the travel itself. Okay, definitely. Go, 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 go. Gran Consolazione, this is the best card in the deck, actually. It does talk about abundance in the wide sense. Love, and this here, I'm seeing it as an extended love idea. The passion that you bring to the job, and Messaggero. You will be catching wind of major changes that are going to occur around you in the upper echelons of your company, even abroad, and they're going to suggest something to you, maybe even a move from your current location, not only for this trip, but they may want you out somewhere else. They may want you in another country to head a unit. All right, this will be interesting to see as it unfolds. I'd like to hear that from you, hear about that from you. Let me take, excuse me, the runes and cast them to see what they have to say. Yeah, look, there's nothing that you could do wrong with AWATS. You are protected. Under a very lucky star. Smooth sailing the month of April. Have no fear. Sagittarius is here. Smooth sailing, ladies and gentlemen. And what's interesting for me is that Pedro's Merkstave, so, you know, it's always saying that you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming. You have no inkling as to what, you know, because you're so engrossed in the process, in the creation of this project, into the research of the project, into the details, the minute workings of this project, that you don't see it coming. And what's interesting is that time factor. I have Yara here that tells me that your passion is driving you forward. And it's that very passion that others see, that others pick on, that others want, that others want to channel into a better way. And I do have Rido here, which is the journeying room, as well as IWATS, and they're both telling me that you are destined to be in another place. Definitely destined to be in another place. The key to this entire reading, ladies and gentlemen, here is that you do not know, you don't see it coming, and you will be caught by surprise. You will be caught by surprise. There is the Eight of Wands here, and the Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. And I'm telling you, it happens so fast that you don't see it coming. What's good, let's say, in inverted commas, is Lagos bright stave. It tells you that things run smoothly no matter what. And the Aries period. Okay, I have need on the Aries period, the rune. And the Aries period is necessarily a step that you have to take this trip, you have to go to this conference, you have to go to this meeting that is scheduled. They'll ask you to put in some extra time. Don't say no. It's necessary rite of passage for you. And the speed with which it comes down, with which it occurs, is something, if you can stand to that challenge, ladies and gentlemen, Sagittarius friends, you will be rewarded 1,000-fold, Gifu is telling me. It's a very, very interesting reading. Details, I see you actually doing the work. I see you, it's extremely interesting, lively. Good for you, Sagittarius. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Sagittarians, my older subscribers, thank you so much for your support. New subscribers, welcome until we read together again. Bye-bye.